Hey, it's Jay. Hope everybody's having a great day and staying safe. Before I begin, I hope you like and subscribe to this video and our channel. Share it with your friends. We're really trying to grow this channel, get more people involved in total clutch control and proper throttle engagement with the proper use of the rear brake. Today we have a video of a recent class that we just did. We had 5 students. We were supposed to have 6. One of them didn't show up. So we have 5. All of these riders have been riding probably 15 plus years. They all thought they had the right techniques, but as soon as they got into it, they realized their techniques weren't what they were supposed to be. A couple of them have gone through Ride Like a Pro classes, which is a great thing to do. They were kind of thrown off because I use a different technique than what Ride Like a Pro does. I'm friends with Jerry and Donna, great people, great class. I encourage you to go take that course. We start off with total clutch control of 18-foot U-turns, 18-foot maneuvers. We don't do anything that's 20 foot, okay? Our motor officer cone weave's 12 foot. Our offset cone weave is the motor officer cone weave. Everything we do is motor officer level. We get you going rather quick. I have a way of teaching total clutch control that helps students grab the concept rather quickly, and that way we can get into the 12-foot cone weave immediately. These guys knocked it out in about 20 to 25 minutes. The offset cone weave they knocked out in probably about 50 minutes, which, you know, that takes days usually. Now, we did have some bike drops. As you'll see, everybody had motorcycle drop guards on their bike, which is a great thing. Most people don't train for the fear of dropping and damaging their bike. It's just at the Harley dealership this weekend, saw a guy buy a brand new Road Glide. He couldn't even ride it. He's like really scared of it. Man, why would you buy a bike like that? That's just nuts if you're so scared of it. Get a set of motorcycle drop guards, get yourself into an advanced class, start training. Don't worry about dropping these bikes. Take your saddlebags off when you train, okay? On the lower fairings, go to the auto parts store and get you some of that door trim that goes along the edge of the car door. Cut you a piece like I have here and just run it down the side of the fairing, okay? Very simple to do. It helps if you drop the bike and the fairings happen to hit, you won't scar your fairings up along with the drop guards. You know, they protect the bike great, okay? So once again, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put it at the bottom in the comments below. We're gonna be answering questions on a weekly basis and making new videos off of that. If you're interested in training with us, I do a lot of private lessons from people around the country, from California to Indiana to Pittsburgh, Philadelphia to name it. I've had people come from all over. If you're interested in doing that, we're 30 miles north of downtown Houston in Kingwood, Texas. It's a nice suburb. We have a very nice Marriott hotel here with a Harley Davidson dealership right across the street with eateries, Saltgrass, Roadhouse, name it, we've got it. And you know, come out and train with us. You'll love it. We have a blast all the time. And anyways, if you have any questions, give me a call. Our number's on the website at motorcycledropguards.com. txamct.com for training for a course. And without further ado, here's the course, and I hope you guys appreciate it because these guys worked really hard. You guys train hard, ride safe. See ya. Drop guards work, don't they?
Oh yeah.
That's why you have motorcycle drop guards on your bike. Protects it completely. Allows you to come out here and train. The most important part when you're learning slow speed skills is to keep yourself safe. When the bike starts to fall, do not put your foot down and try to catch this bike. So how do we break that habit of putting the foot down? Realistic training. Realistic is dropping your bike if you're going to learn how to ride. You cannot learn how to ride and operate your bike without dropping it many, many times. Just hold on and brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Until the bike stops.
And step off. Who's first volunteer? It's my bike. Okay? When it falls, just step off the bike. You're not going to hurt the bike. Here we go. You ready?
There we go. There it is.
That's it. So now everybody's dropped a bike. Everybody knows how and understands what should be done. Make sure you do that when you're out here. Everybody's got drop guards on their bike, okay? You're good to go. How do we pick this bike up from this position? What's the first thing we're gonna do? Good. There you go. Make sure it's in first, which it is. You don't want the bike rolling on you. Lock the handlebars. Use your legs, back straight. Pick the bike up. Okay? You're gonna walk it up and you're gonna hold the bike like this. You're not gonna look down. You're just gonna look, grab the kickstand, push it out. Lean the bike over. As you engage the clutch, as you open the clutch up and the bike starts to move, when the bike starts to move, that's when you roll onto the throttle. Proper throttle engagement. That's where all the control comes from. Clutch is disengaged. I'm just cruising along. I need some power. Engage right there. The gray zone. See how the bike starts to move a little faster? See, the more I engage it, that's all you need. All I'm doing is raising those RPMs and trying to make my clutch burn. That's why you use the rear brake. When you got money to burn, baby, money to burn. No need. Clutch control. Total clutch control. Proper throttle engagement. Less wear and tear on the bike. Over time, especially. You're out here riding cone patterns for 4 or 5 hours, you're gonna start heating things up, okay? You don't counterbalance. I guess it looks cool. It's counterbalancing. Well, that means putting all your weight to the left side so you can make the right turn, right? Well, let's test that theory. So let's put my weight on the right side. Well, I guess I can't go right. No, not with clutch control. You know? Okay? So that theory's blown out of the water. So we gotta have power, right? I don't know about that. Oh God, bike turned off, sorry about that. It's all about the clutch control. It's all about clutch control, okay? And it all starts right here, okay?
That's different than what Rival like Pro says, because they want rear brake and they want higher RPM.
Right.
And that's where your control is the clutch and the throttle.
The clutch is
So you're saying
the clutch control. Clutch control will give you the momentum you need to make the turns. There's a reason why we say raise your RPMs and use the rear brake. Well, because it will allow you to make the turns and it'll stabilize the bike. But the problem with that is most people don't have the clutch control down when they first take a class. They over rev, now they're burning the clutch. Well, guess what? They start riding the rear brake instead of feathering the rear brake. Now they're slowing the bike down. They're raising the RPMs up, heating the rotors, heating the brakes, trying to make the clutch plates cause more friction with more power from the throttle. It's fighting everything.
So by teaching to use the brake and the throttle, you're just introducing more bad habits.
There's a reason to use the rear brake. I'm not asking you to make these tight turns with the clutch only. What I'm asking you to do is learning how to engage your clutch with proper throttle control, okay? You're not allowed to use any throttle and no rear brake. We're gonna learn how to work this clutch, all right? So saddle up, let's get going. Nicely done. Good job. Steady speed. Nice and easy. Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Steady speed. Come on up here. The bike's looking good. Okay, couple of things. It's a good job, man. That's the 12-foot motor washer cone weave. It took us what, maybe 15, 20 minutes? Everybody made it through. Looking good, man. Looking good. Control your speed. That's 30 miles an hour. Miles an hour. Okay. 43. There you go. You hear that back tire? That was front brake only. You didn't even use your rear brake. Yeah. There you go. That's better. That's better.